Well, actually, I was in the bathroom during your set, but I'm sure you did fine.
If I would be lesbian, you two bitches would be the last bitches I fucked.
If you don't know what you stumbled into, this is Talk Yo Shit Comedy. Yeah. I'm your host, Joe Miller, but we're not really here for that. We're here for the people I brought out for you to see. Yeah, we have people come from Oklahoma City and shit to come perform for you. So I know this isn't the biggest audience, but I look out into it, and so many of these people are here because they're here for me, and that's pretty awesome. I have faith in every single one of my comedians that they'll make you laugh tonight. So, not to get all corny and shit before we start trying to laugh. All right, you guys ready to see our first comedian of the night? All right, this man, he worked at Eskimo Joe's, I think. That's about all I know about him. Tommy York.
All right, how y'all doing? Yeah. I'm back on the weed. Yeah. But I quit jacking on it. Man, I'm on this new medication. Oh, hey, Preston, you beautiful motherfucker. Yeah. I love your cat shirt. You just walked in. I love Preston. Yeah, so I'm on this new medication. It lowers my anxiety, eases my depression. I'm out doing comedy. I'm out dating again, you know. But it takes me 45 minutes to bust a nut. Yeah, I got the grip strength of a Burmese mountain climber. I can't even watch regular Pornhub clips anymore. Like, I have to watch full-length movies. I've graduated from my phone. I set up my laptop and everything. I got like post-nut snacks and everything, yeah. I've even signed up for the, are you masturbating alone? But like, coming on Zoloft is like, at least I tried, right? Yeah, but you know. So back to dating, I was talking to this one chick, and she was really cool. We like talked about her family conspiracies and stuff like that. And she was one of those astrology girls, like, you know those witches, or those bitches that wish they were witches? She was like, out of all my friends, I'm the only one that sees ghosts and feels spirits. I was like, bitch, I think you're pussy haunted. And she never texts me back. So I got a new job. And my trainer hates me. My trainer hates me. I can't do like easy tasks correctly, like pick things up real quick, you know? And I was like, listen, I'm not retarded. I just overthink things. But like, later on in my shift, I got thinking, maybe I am retarded. Like, should I put this on my resume? Should I claim that? So like next time I'm doing an interview, so it says here that you're retarded. Stop. Like, yeah, sometimes. It's like athletic asthma. It comes and goes. But I got a new nickname at the job. I got a new nickname. I was working and people were like, I was like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, watch my shit. So I ran to the back, I whipped it out. I seen this little speck. I was like, oh, what is that? What is that? No, it ain't a fuzzy. So I pulled my phone out. Oh shit, it was a tick on my dick. It was a tick on my dick. I don't want no alopecia. I don't want no Lyme disease. I ain't trying to lose these locks. So luckily there was a Walgreens across the street, so I went over there and got some tweezers and I pulled that little fucker out. But now every time I come in, they're like, oh, here comes Tick Dick. Tick Dick's coming in. Welcome to work, Tick Dick. So like, y'all shouldn't go through your dad's phone. Like, I went through my dad's phone the other day, and I got all his pictures. I clicked this picture, I seen this one of him in shorts. I like zoomed in. I was like, what's that lump on his thigh? So like, oh shit, that's his nutsack. Oh, his nutsack. I've seen his nutsack more times than some people have been molested, so I don't know what that says. But I've seen this man's nutsack a lot. But I'll get to that later. But I was like, what's he doing with this picture? Who's he sending it to? Should I grab my mom's iPad and see? Like, or should I let my mind wander? Like, what's worse, right? So I grabbed her iPad. No. Yeah. Thank God there wasn't nothing on it. But it doesn't stop the intrusive thoughts, you know. But back to the more time to see my dad's nutsack. I'm gonna take y'all back to a couple years ago. Y'all remember like the quarantine, like right in the middle of it? Like right when the Porno Premium came out? Y'all remember I signed up with my card and everything? Right? How could I leave? It's like Netflix where you did. 4K titties. 4K titties. And like any good son would do, I was living at home and I gave my dad the login information. He started fucking up my algorithm. Little dicks and big chicks, midget dicks and black chicks, long dongs and Hong Kong. I was like, yo, Dad, I can understand the last one, but what's up with all the little dick stuff? It's like, son, I seen Tiger King, I ain't gay. And I was like, Dad, bigger dick, better quality. I'm paying for 4K, goddammit, you can see the veins. Have y'all ever caught your dad jacking off? No. An uncle, anybody ever caught your dad? Your brother? No. I was coming home from the grocery store and his ass is up on the love seat just getting after it. Bald head, sweating, shirt off. And I hit him with the same line he hit me with. Dad, you keep playing with yourself, you're gonna go blind. He was like, what? Who the fuck said that? But if I was a little person, like, you know, a little person, those little guys, thick thighs, big features, like, anyone in here fucking midget probably has a big dick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would hand out business cards, right? Tommy kneecaps, like, eat your pussy standing up. I'd be a high-class prostitute. I'd have an OnlyFans and everything. Oh, God. So, one time I talked to this bird on acid. Like, the bird wasn't on acid, I was on acid. And I was like, you know, like, tweet, 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 you know, talking to it a little bit. And it was like moving its head, you know how like birds do. And my friend that happens to be Mexican was like, oh, are you talking to that bird? It's like, let me talk to it. And I was like, shut the fuck up. It's my bird. He doesn't speak Spanish. That's a new joke. We're working shit out too. Look, I don't know what happened to Kim and Pete, like, you know, Kim Kardashian and Pete, but like, y'all think it had to do with his Crohn's? Like, do you think he shit on her? You know what I mean? Like, right after it happened, she grabbed her phone, like, hey, Ariana, I finally fucked the shit out of Pete. He's like, aw, shit, welcome to the club, bitch. And like, this whole time, we felt like Pete Davidson was his Matt daddy, right? Fucking all these girls, but it's actually a club that other girls are trying to get into, and one of the requirements was fucking that sick, ugly dude on SNL. Literally fucking the shit out of him. Ugh. That's a new one too. So like y'all remember when nipple rings was like a treasure to find? Did you know your nipples are pierced? And like now it's everywhere. Like there's bitches on Instagram that are depressed, like taking these pictures and you can totally see the yeah, you all know what I'm talking about. Shut up. I'm going to tell y'all a story about how me a couple Sundays ago, after I left this place. So I was with this girl, and she's like, are you this goofy with every girl you fuck? And I was like, look at me. But literally, all I can think of was out in the back of a car, down by the river, like, my shirt's off, pants are still on, can't get them off, shoes still on, I'm in a Corolla. I'm like this, I can only move my bottom half. I'm tucked under the bottom, and we're fucking in the construction site down by the river. That's all I can think of. I'm giggling my ass off. Just imagine Michael's That's all I have for y'all tonight. Thank y'all so much.
Tommy York! This next guy came all the way from OKC to see you. I'm thinking this guy's gonna get a little saucy. I've heard some rumors. I've never seen this guy for myself, but I am looking forward to it. Everybody give it up for Cody Freeman.
I'm saucy. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. I gotta warm you up first. You can't just come out the gates like that. I like Tulsa, y'all. I am from OKC, so I'm not pandering. Anytime I can not be in OKC is a good fucking time. You understand? And like, I always know you're getting closer to Tulsa because it starts to get, what's the word? Pretty. It starts to look nice and shit, right? Like, there you go. I live 30 minutes from downtown Oklahoma City and I can see the city. Okay? It's ridiculous. It's gross. You know, people from OKC that do make jokes. They'll say things like Tulsa spelled backwards is Section 8 housing, and that's, I think that's a low blow. I don't agree with that. I do gotta say one thing though, guys. Hey, what the fuck is up with the graffiti? No, that's just normal? Has it always been there? Like, holy shit. We were getting here today, it looked like it's on the electrical boxes, it's on fence poles, it's on bridges, it's on fucking people walking down the street, it's everywhere. Okay, no graffiti, that's normal, okay. Not near as bad as it is here, though. I made it a point to bring it up for a reason. All right, fuck it. We're done with the local shit. Let's go on to the good stuff. How about that? Let's get to the good stuff. We can address it. I'm aware that I have a mustache on my face, you guys, okay? Yeah, like, I know that sounds weird to say, but like, I learned growing this thing out for 2 years that people are stupid, okay? For 2 years. I didn't grow up like a bitch with a beard either. I fucking grew a mustache for 2 years. Do you know what that does to your fucking personality? It changes a person, okay? I've had people just walking across a bar and people are just like, hey, mustache! I'm like, my name's Cody, but okay. It's cool. And then, you know, it comes and goes, good and bad, right? Like, I've had people be like, hey, you look like Nick from New Girl. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that, cool. And so if like an older white woman's hitting on me, she'll say I look like Freddie Mercury, right? Which I don't take as a compliment, okay? I was an ugly man. But like more recently, this one actually hurt my feelings because I think it's the most accurate one. Somebody told me I look like Bob from Bob's Burger. What the hell? Like, I look like a cartoon, you know? I've had anybody, like, I don't know, I've had people come up to me who I don't know. Just be like, oh, don't arrest me, officer. Where's your cowboy hat at, Wilder? Right? But my favorite is whenever a parent comes up to me and they're like, stay away from my child. Right? Because if you wear a ball cap and have a mustache, it might be a red dot on the map somewhere. And it's not the case. It's not the case, you guys. I know it sounds weird as a guy with a ball cap and a mustache, but I'm not a pedophile. Let's get that out of the way. Now, I will say, speaking of pedophiles, silver linings, you guys. We believe in them, right? One person right now. If I had to say shit about silver linings, and I was just like, you guys like silver linings, right? You'd be like, yeah. I was like, they're in everything, right? You guys would be like, yeah, I'm like pedophiles. You guys are like, no. Hear me out, okay? I got a few examples here. You guys will be back on my side. If I just get a couple of you back, honestly, I'm a comedian. I'm shallow. That's good enough for me. Pedophiles. Probably not calling the cops on noise complaint for your kid's birthday party, right? Okay, about 4 or 5 of you back, okay. Probably not calling the cops, probably going the speed limit at a school zone. Right? Stopping at a school bus stop. I would be willing to statistically say that 0 pedophiles have ran over 0 children in a school zone, okay? That's not nothing, you guys. It's our children we're talking about here. But this last one, okay, this affects everybody. It affects me, you, your children, your children's children. What happens whenever a pedophile moves into a neighborhood, everybody? People move out of that neighborhood, right? Those houses those people move out of, they lose value, creating affordable living, everybody. Have you looked at the housing market lately? It's a fucking scam. It's ridiculous. I looked up where the red dots were to figure out where I was going to move last time I moved. Alright, now that I lost about half y'all, let's do some cutesy shit, huh? Me and my girl, we just celebrated our anniversary. Yeah, we've been together for 2 weeks, so things are looking good. If you know anything about dating in 2022, it's looking good. It's a century in 2022. But no, we met on Tinder. Anybody using dating apps? Come on. No, here's the deal, guys. Bunch of liars in the room right now, okay? Statistically speaking, no, okay? I'm 30, so my generation was like the test group for dating apps, right? Like, I've been on all of them, from AOL to fucking Craigslist. I've been on everything, okay? I don't know, I always wound up on the same two. I always got back on Tinder, or I'll get back on Plenty of Fish. Yeah, you're brave enough to admit they've logged into Plenty of Fish? I had a membership, you guys. People of this is trash. Feel like Plenty of Fish fails to mention that while there is in fact plenty of fish in the sea, most of the ones on their cesspool of a dating app are sea urchins, manatees, and catfish. It's a bad time, you guys. Like, I had a setup going. I would go to Tinder to try and make a family, and then I would go to Plenty of Fish to try and make a mistake, right? Like, if you looked at it in fishing terms, Tinder's like you're on a dock, or a boat, and you got your line in the water, and you're just waiting. You might not catch something today, shit, maybe not even a month from now, but you will eventually catch a keeper, right? Is that misogynistic? I don't know, please don't cancel me. Plenty of Fish, however, was like you're noodling. Like, you're just searching and searching and ultimately just end up with your hand in a hole, hoping you'll wake up with a rash in the morning. It was a bad place, you guys. Like Plenty of Fish was like bobbing for apples, but they replaced the apples with poisonous snakes. That's what it was like up there. Yeah, I found out a lot about myself being on dating apps, though, you guys. I found out that I'm 1 month by curious. Yeah, thank you. Don't celebrate too soon. What that means is that it takes me 1 month without a lady's touch to download Grindr. That's what that means. But I didn't even get to live out the experience because I didn't have a profile for 7 minutes, and I had 12 dick pics sent my way, 6 guys wanting to hang out, some people wanting poppers. I have no idea what that is. I uninstalled the app. I was overwhelmed. Is that how it is for ladies on dating apps? You open up your inbox and it's just a cornucopia of cock coming your way. It's too much. Go. I found out I'm not into BDSM. Thought I was, and then I dated people who were into BDSM, and I'm good, you guys. There's a lot of tying knots and pegging involved, and if I wanted to spend an hour tying knots before I got fucked, I just joined the Boy Scouts, you guys. I love doing this, guys. This is my favorite thing. I love telling jokes. I love it so much so that I actually left a 10-year welding career to get a job as a server at a comedy club. And if you know anything about jobs, it's a few steps down, everybody. I'm just following my dreams, right? One $80,000 a year pay cut at a time, you guys. That's a real number, everybody. I worked at my last job for 6 years. I was a boss. I earned millions of dollars in profit for my company. And now I get harassed by my customers every shift, but I get to tell dick jokes on the weekends. So I can follow your dreams, everybody. Fantastic. No, I am back to working a welding job and I'm depressed, so. Money matters, you guys, unfortunately. I don't know. This is fun, let's see. What else we want to do? I love Tulsa, I do, but the highways, guys, the amount of highways here is overwhelming, okay? We were going through construction here, because obviously, Tulsa, and there's a sign. I seen a sign in construction, we've all seen it, and it says, avoid our workers, $10,000 fine, right? Yeah, and I'm a realist, I'm a pretty civil-minded person, and when I see that, it makes me think that I can hit somebody with my car and pay $10,000 and just kind of be okay, you know? What if you're a bad person and you're rich and that purge sound goes off in your head too many times and you just chuck $10,000 out the window? Is that how that works?
That one in Arkansas, we're at 15.
Hell yeah. What if, like, you caught your wife cheating, right? And let's say for the sake of the joke, you caught her with a construction worker. Not like in uniform. Actually, yeah, in uniform. That makes it a little bit funny, right? Like, you just walk in. Well, on the job site's fucking rough. You just show up and he's in uniform, just driving down the highway a week later. Who the fuck do you see on the side of the road? Just like that's a dead man, Tulsa. You'd be asking yourself at that point, is it $10,000 per hit or per worker? Okay. The Department of Transportation draws a thin line between $10,000 and vehicular manslaughter, okay? It is a thin line, and it is fluorescent orange and covered in blood, everybody. Okay. She brought me up as saucy. I'm trying to give you guys saucy. Shit. All right, I'll end on my fucking most sauciest joke that gets about a 30% approval rate. We'll see how you guys like it tonight. How about that? No? Okay. My name's Cody Freeman, everybody, as you heard. And that was not the case to begin with, okay? I was supposed to be born Samantha Sue Freeman, everybody. That's a different person than you see standing in front of you today. You understand?
Thank God, praise.
Thank God, right? Sure, I don't know. I think not. Anyway, my name was supposed to be Samantha Sue Freeman. I was supposed to be born a girl. And I don't know what my parents were thinking. It was like they conceived me on the hood of the General Lee while I was jumping over the little house in the fucking prairie. Names matter, everybody. Like Samantha Sue Freeman. With a name like that, there is no doubt I would have had a higher number of kids than my GPA before I graduated high school, okay? Like, I don't know what happened. I heard them calling me Samantha Sue Freeman inside, and I just pushed hard. I don't know. Out came Cody, right? Like, I was like, I'll take the Barbies, the pink shit, take all that back. I'll give up multiple orgasms before I let you name me Samantha Sue Freeman, everybody. Speaking of orgasms, okay. No, you guys don't like orgasms? Okay, can we clap for orgasms real quick? Yeah, make no mistake, you guys, the day, and I mean the day, that we can transfer a working clit in surgery, yeah, boy, it's going under the knife, everybody. Yeah, guess what else? I would be like Oprah Winfrey if I had a pussy. Every time I got done with the show, I would come out here like, you guys, thank you so much. Now I have a surprise for you. If you look under my chair, your chair, not my chair, your chair, you all get to take my pussy home. You get a pussy. You get a pussy. All right, guys, that was my time. Thank you all so much. Go there.
All right, guys. I thought that was very saucy. I felt like that was accurate. I very much enjoyed that. This next lady, saucy doesn't even cut it, guys. Brittnee Lynn Belden. I'm gonna have to move this way out of the way. Y'all see my stuff before. There we go. So what's up? My name's Brittnee. A little bit about me is I am a single mom of a 10-year-old boy. He's amazing. I love him to death. But being a single mom and dating can be kind of difficult, right? Yeah. Like I'm spending my day trying to teach him to be a good person, to be gentle and caring with women, be kind, right? At night, I'm asking to be called a dirty little slut. It's a balancing act. I know, but honestly, at the end of the night, we're both just looking for someone to call daddy. Yeah. I took my daddy search. Actually, you know what? Before we go there, I'll give you another one, a newer one. So I never had the opportunity to call someone daddy in a non-sexual way. Yeah. My father didn't love me. Oh, it's fine. No, but like, I've never had the opportunity. So I'm concerned that whenever I have another child and they have a dad in his life, I don't know how I'm going to say, hey, go talk to, right? It's probably going to sound something like, I I don't know, go talk to your daddy. It's kind of reckless, I guess. I took my daddy search to Tinder, so I have been on the dating sites. And I've done plenty of fish. I did Facebook dating once. That was weird. Yeah, I got that low. But I took mine to Tinder. I did have to delete it a couple months ago though, right? Because I fucked everybody. Yeah. It's kind of like playing a video game where you feed all the levels. It's just not fun anymore. I've recently learned that you can do something that's called prestiging up. I feel like only the people who play Call of Duty will get that one. But it's where you have the ability, to go back and do it again, but maintain all of the knowledge that you learned, right? And so I did it. I prestiged up on Tinder. I just got through it faster. That was all. After I was done with Tinder, I decided, I wanted a different kind of dick, right? It's like, yeah, let's see what kind of that was. I want a fit dick, right? It was a little fit dick. So I was like, I'm gonna hit up the gym. Yeah. And I'm pretty fit myself. I know guys were thinking, right? I did like 50 reps. Kegel reps. I've been doing them this whole time, you can't even tell, just like. There's 3. Allie, you doing them too?
I've done 4.
Not as fit as I thought. No. Speaking of national talents, though, right? For a second. Anyways, I don't understand what it is with men freaked out by queefing. Right? Like somehow it's our fault? Like if it was our fault, we would be walking around all day just going, just for the sensation alone, right? But no, it's not until a man gets involved, right? And isn't that just like a man to ruin something beautiful? No, I say man. I should take that back. I mean boy, right? Because if a man heard you weep, he'd lean in real close and go, I love it when it talks to me. I had a particularly vigorous session a couple days ago, and he made sure to say, oh, she's chatty. It's like, yeah, it's been a long week. I just really need someone to talk to. Anyways, so while I'm at the gym, I'm doing as many Kegels as I possibly can. I'm trying to do it until a hot guy walks by, right? And I notice him, noticing me, noticing him, right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Am I hogging the equipment? Let me just wipe it down for you. I need Allie to turn around because her fucking face, it's just this. If it's not this, just pure disgust. Then it's this. Even somehow more disgusted with me. Anyways, what the fuck, where am I at? Okay. So, I showed you guys my plus, that's right. decided that I needed to go ahead and just get some consistent dick at this point. I have too many restraining orders. I just need to set down. You know, gotta make my choice. We got it. So in order to make this choice, I made sure to run through the collage of dick pics I have on my phone. Because you are also right. 3 notifications every 5 minutes. Dick, 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 butthole? Dick. So but as I was going through all of them, I realized that you guys really lack a shit ton of imagination when it comes to taking pictures of your dick. Like there are only 3 poses. That's all that you have. I don't know if you guys understand what it goes into a woman taking a nude, right? Think about it. Or what knows? It's so parched. I smoked a lot before this. Okay. So, what goes into a woman taking a nude is that she decided it 4 months ago. So there's that. And then she had to wait until she woke up feeling pretty. Yeah. Okay, we get it. Yeah. And then I have to make sure that we're not bloated, make sure that we have a good hair day, no zits, nothing like that. And then we put on a matching bra and panty set. And you know when you put on the matching bra and panty set, I'm taking 400 photos, taking 20, sending you 2, and saving the other 18 for a time where you say, baby, I'm horny. And I just want to finish my fucking Netflix and eat my ice cream. And I need you guys to understand that when you're sexting us, what we're sexting back is just, oh my god, yeah, your dick is so nice. No, it's definitely the biggest I've ever seen. It's alright, boys. Now, once we've gotten all that taken care of, we've set up the timer because you guys like weird shit. So we gotta set up the 3-second timer. I made this mistake. It caught me like, and I had to delete it. Not because you could see my asshole, but because you can only see half my asshole. And I only send quality material. So, put that baby on 10 seconds. And this is the shit we have to go to, just. You gotta do all the bends, but like keep your face sexy, just. Right? I found out that if you say prune, when you do it, you get the perfect pout, just like. Yeah. Just take them all over, right? And some of you guys are sick and like those push shots, those straight on push shots. I'm looking at you, Preston. So you gotta put that camera down. You gotta get just the top shot. But you know that if you get the top shot, you gotta make sure that you like look and check, make sure that there's nothing behind the folds. You know, you do that toilet paper check, like. I'm ready. And then you just, and then you gotta put a filter on it. Always put a filter on your push shots. But then you get some like individual requests, right? I had someone ask me to take a picture with my mouth open. So I was like, all right, no problem, I can do it. So it's just like, and he's like, oh baby, yeah, I like that. But can you do it a little wider? I was like, okay, he did take me to Golden Corral, so. So I just go. And I don't want to brag, but I did get a second date to Olive Garden. I know. Thank you. Now all of that work that we do, and you guys hit us with these 3 shots, don't worry, I'll go through them. So we've got the straight down shot, right? Just, right? I like to call that one the Eiffel Tower, but don't think that I don't see whenever you guys do that thing I call the pushback. Pushing a little, get that extra quarter of an inch. Yeah, you're not messing anybody around. Then, I actually had a friend, he was able to spice it, I actually have a friend. That's cool. But he likes to take a picture from the underneath, just like, get a little ball sack in it, right? And I think that this is really artsy, because whenever you're looking at it, you're like, what is that in the horizon? It's balls! It's a nice little surprise. And you guys have the second one. The second one is a comparison shot with a shampoo bottle. A hotel shampoo bottle. And then the third one is the belly button point. And that's where you just go. But I know that you guys like to do a little saucy face, just a. But instead of pretty, you guys like to go. I know. But out of all of this, like obviously you guys don't try at all. That's all right, whatever. But you had to have sent this to one woman. There's one bitch out there, one, who got the first dick pic and was like, oh. Okay, I'll jump on that. And this bitch, she ruined it for everyone because that guy told his friends, and his friends told their friends, and their friends told their friends. And it created some kind of dick pic urban legend that if you send the perfect dick pic, right, that you'll get laid. This bitch. It was me. But to be fair, it was one huge Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Technology just gives you insecurities you never even knew that. You know what I mean? Filters. All right, are you performing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so our next guy, I performed with him one other time. He's super funny. I love him. He's gonna slide you right through this all smooth and laughy like. Give it up for Zebadiah Nofire.
Good to be here. I just recently went through a breakup. Yeah. We were just in two very different places in life. People's places. I was cheating. No, we're still on good terms though, even though we're not together anymore. He still will leave like these cute little notes for me, spray painted on my car, and it's so sweet. Just feeling like I probably should have listened to my friends a little bit more though, because they were always telling me, like, I don't know. I just don't think that you're ready to be in a relationship yet. And which at the time I just thought was so silly, because I'm always the first one to commit adultery. So maybe they had a point. I don't know. We didn't even meet on a dating site or anything like that. We actually met on Facebook. He popped up in my People You May Blow section. And they were right. Yeah. I don't know. I have no luck on dating apps. It's just, I don't know. The internet has been around for so long now that people my age, we practically grew up on social media. So you can find some cute girl, click on her page, and start scrolling through all her recent pictures, and then suddenly you find yourself looking at her college pictures, and then her prom pictures. Suddenly you find yourself looking at a 5th grade science project, and at this point I'm not even turned on anymore. Now I'm just proud of her. So. I got no luck on them. They're just full of beautiful people way out of my league. It's got me wanting to start my own dating app for just exclusively mediocre looking people called subforme.com. I may not be a 10, but I'm not the bottom of the band. So, yeah. I don't know, it's good to be here. I like getting out. I I love comedy, love getting to do comedy. But like anything, it has its downsides. One of the things I don't like about comedy is just some of the dumb things people can say to you when they find out, or if they see you doing comedy. I was at an open mic one time and a lady came up to me after and she said, "Great set tonight." Well, actually, I was in the bathroom during your set, but I'm sure you did fine. I said, "Wow, you could have just said nothing. That was an option. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with that." I don't know, I'm just happy to get out because, for 2 or 3 years, well, going on 3, for about 1 or 2 years, we weren't able to get out and do this. And so, do you remember how weird but refreshing it was when things started to open back up and we could go back to work in person? Even though things weren't like completely back to normal, it still was just so refreshing to fucking hate everybody in the flesh again. That was just, I loved it. But I did gain a lot of weight during the pandemic, and I had to lose quite a bit of weight. I actually now have 6-pack abs on Tinder, at least. Don't even know the difference. No, I'm just kidding. I'm on Grindr. My pastor loves that one. But, and then after the pandemic, I started getting to do comedy. I didn't do comedy before. It was only when things started opening back up that I got to really hit the ground running with it. And I've thankfully been able to work across Oklahoma, a little bit down in Texas, and a lot out in Arkansas. And I just get so sick and tired of all the shit talking Oklahoma gets. I remember, especially if it's somebody like Fort Smith turning down their nose at us. I'm like, oh yes, Fort Smith, our superior. Every time I get into the city, I just think the endless possibilities. Should I attend another football game, start an opioid addiction? The possibility. Oh God, every time I cross that bridge into the city, there's just nothing like that fresh aroma of used needles, I love it. I love it. I remember when I first started doing comedy out in Arkansas, a man came up to me and he just goes, "You from Oklahoma?" Why? Because that's just where my mom's uterus happened to be when I was born. Like, listen, we know it's not the prettiest state, but don't blame me. I'm Native American. It's not like we picked it. I think my ancestors saw it in the pandas somewhere. I don't think they were chilling in the motherland saying, "Now, girl, that looks nice." People say all kinds of crazy stuff to you when they find out you're Native American. They're always shocked too. They're always like, "Oh, Cherokee, really? I had no idea. I thought you were Puerto Rican or some type of Hispanic." I'm like, "Baby, my last name is Nofire. How much more of an indigenous name could I have? What could I possibly change that to make it sound more native? Zebadiah corn planter? Zebadiah one with the wind?" They ask you all kinds of questions you don't have answers for. I always find myself saying things like, I do not have a buffalo soup recipe. I honestly don't know what it means when you see a turtle traveling west. I have such a hard time differentiating who we are today versus who we were hundreds of years ago. And Hollywood doesn't help. I mean, thank God now they're starting to put out more Native American content that's modern and tells cooler modern stories. But there for a while, they were just only obsessed with our history and the oppressing side of our history. And they would never want to tell the story of a young Native trying to make it in comedy. They were far more interested in Trail of Tears, the musical. You can take our land, but you can't take our rhythm. Coming soon to a theater near you. One thing that's important to indigenous people is marrying within the race. You just feel that pressure from your family so bad. And no one in our families will just come out and say that they want you to marry within the race, but my God, do you feel it. My brother, he just recently started seeing a Cherokee girl, and my family is ecstatic. They don't even care that he's cheating on his wife. They're just so thrilled. I am trying to, like I said earlier, losing weight, trying to take better care of myself, because I think part of taking good care of my community is taking good care of myself, and we're not exactly known for taking great care of ourselves. People always ask things like, which historical figure do you think has caused the most harm to Native Americans? And there's always the usual, Andrew Jackson or Christopher Columbus. My response is usually, Little Debbie. I'm sure really took a toll on the community. I mean, everybody wants to talk about the Trail of Tears, but nobody wants to talk about that Trail of Crumbs. You gotta put those goddamn cheese nips down for 5 minutes, and we might be all right. Another thing I cut back on for health's sake was just drinking used to be a big old booze back, but I had to cut back. But I also have the occasional drink here and there, but just one or two, just a little bit, just enough to black out. And I'm always scared to talk about alcoholism because I feel like as soon as I do, people are like, "We get it, you're a Native American." Drinking's kind of our thing. And that is a part of our culture you never see people appropriate either. I've seen my fair share of white people in Indian Halloween costumes over the years. Not one of them's ever been holding a Budweiser. The inaccuracy. Oh. All my friends are like, "Oh my God, look at that white lady in a headdress." I know, her eyes are the bloodshot. I don't know what it is with some white people. They just want to be everybody else so bad. And I always tell them, listen, it's okay to be white. Just be white, it's beautiful, own it, Whatever happened to good old white power? Let's bring it back. I guess everybody needs a place to feel celebrated. In Christianity, there's now this movement called progressive Christianity, where they're trying to stick to their biblical beliefs, but be more inclusive to people and help mend and heal things, places you might have heard by previous teachers or teachings. And I think that, I think Caucasians need something like that, a place where they can express their ethnic pride, but just in a more soft, loving way, a Ku Klux Clubhouse, if you will. That'd be neat. Coming up in October, we have Indigenous Peoples Day. It used to just be Christopher Columbus Day, but then they just kind of felt bad and threw it to us. And I guess we're supposed to be flattered by it, but really I'm not. And one of my white friends was like, they did it because you guys deserve a day to feel celebrated. Which, true, I get that, but can't we just get our own day completely apart from anything to do with that guy? That'd be like if I threw some used underwear at you and said, "Hey, you deserve it." No, not so flattered, no. A lot of my Native peers, they're not thrilled that I believe in Christianity. They think that I'm in the white man's religion. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I get that, but y'all don't seem to mind being the white man's daughter, so just get off my back. But I get it, though. I get it. Christianity, we've got the scandals that go on, and I get all the skepticism, sure. And one of my friends, they're always like, "Well, what about all these sex scandals that go on in the church? What do you think of that?" I'm like, well, yeah, obviously I think it's terrible and it shouldn't happen, but there's no worldview that doesn't have some kind of awful scandal. Sure, we had the priests and the altar boys, and the Buddhists, they had their people that were assaulted out in Europe, and even atheism, Mother Nature fucked Stephen Hawking. It's awful, but it happens. It happens. They're always like, "Oh, come on, the Bible, really? You believe in the Bible?" I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, "Don't you just think all that stuff's just a bunch of BS?" No? I'm like, well, yeah, I guess some of it. For instance, take the Apostle Paul. Before he was one of the most beloved figures in Christianity, he was just some crazy guy named Saul running around killing people. Then he changes his name, suddenly he's one of the most beloved figures in the religion. I try to change my name, suddenly I'm writing fraudulent checks. It is BS. I don't know. Speaking of evil white women, I wasn't even planning on saying this. How am I on time? Should I go into this?
You're
Okay. I wasn't planning on saying I'll try to wrap it up real quick, but when I mentioned evil white women, I remembered I recently went head-to-head with one of the most evil I ever met in Arkansas. Oh my God. I was signed up to be in a roast battle, but it never came to fruition. But I worked so hard on these jokes, and I was gonna be nice to her. I thought, I didn't know her, I wasn't a fan of her, I'd never seen her before. So I reached out to her and asked her to send me some material so I could see her. And baby girl was a little dry, a little boring, but I was like, okay, I'm a team player. She said that she was new in comedy, and so I said, okay, great, let's get to know each other. And she just wasn't having it. All this, oh my God. Oh Oh, this lady was such a bitch, even atheists think she's the devil. I'm telling you, this girl was not having it. Just mean as could be, would not give me any information on her. And then I was just telling her that everything's on the table. You can joke about this with me, you can joke about race. And she was like, oh, you done messed up now. I was like, oh, she's a little too excited. Like you could hear And then she went around town telling everybody how I was going down and I didn't stand a chance. And so I just thought, you know what? Let me teach this girl that, you know, don't let the peace pipe and shit fool you, bitch. So, you know, like I said, the roast got canceled. So can I share with you the jokes that I was playing?
Yes!
Thank God. Okay. Action. We'll call her Annie. We'll call her Annie. So allegedly, I never said any of this. At first, it was really hard for me to write jokes about Annie because I just thought, how can I insult her when she's just so young, thin, and pretty, fucking boring? Oh my God. Annie is actually bulimic because I guess she just wanted a flat stomach to match that personality. One thing that Annie and I have in common is both of our dads died at a really young age, and the difference is that she actually had to make the decision to take her father off of life support, which I can't even imagine how hard that must have been to have your least favorite child kill you. I've seen clips of Annie's comedy, and baby girl is so boring. When she got booked to speak at the school where she grew up, the kids shot themselves. Annie's been experiencing some hair loss recently. She says it's stress from work. I say it's God. At least on the bright side, Annie, you don't have to worry about me scalping you. So, anyway, thumbs up there. Have a fun day.
Like I said, guys, not a single gap in this lineup. Everybody has come on this stage and killed it. Give it up one more time for every comedian we see tonight. Are you ready for your final comedian of the night? We did have a last-minute cancellation this morning, and this is the first and only person I called to fill this spot. Give it up for Miss Shea.
What the fuck is up, Bersham? How we doing? All 7 of us. Hi, God. If I would be lesbian, you 2 bitches would be the last bitches I'd fuck. You'd be fucking loyal. I'm kidding. I love you guys. My name's Allie. I'm here to have a good time, a long time. Recently, you know, it surprises me that I'm here because I came into some TikTok fame. One of my jokes went viral. I know. It's good giving back to the community tonight. Doing a set for free. Place like this. It feels good to give back. With my newfound TikTok fame, I've been getting a lot of attention, and it's different. I'm trying really hard not to act brand new, but this bitch is new. I've gotten what some would call a great opportunity, a lucrative career change. It's been handed to me in my lap. I'm very excited. Timothy saw my material on YouTube and he sent me a DM saying essentially that he would love to offer me a full-time position of getting sprayed in the face for $10 a spray. What liquid, you asked, Tommy? It's not yet to be specified. I requested a spec in the contract. I'm expecting it any minute in my DMs. I'm really hoping for one of 2 liquids. And you know, I've never thought about doing sex work as a full-time position until recently. It's kind of opened a few new doors or flaps. I'm so bold enough to say. I don't know how to step into sex work. I don't know how to market myself, okay? I come from a background of restaurant management, hospitality, okay? They go hand in hand. There are a lot of the same issues. You both deal with people, with customer service, satisfaction, shoving greasy shit in your mouth, and hoping for a good outcome. And most of the time it's disappointing. Yeah. I can't do it. I struggle with it, honestly. Lately, I've been hoping that I could succeed as a success worker? A successful sex worker? A successful sex worker. I don't have a speech impediment, sir. I don't get shy in front of crowds with these flips. No, with my background in restaurant management, like I said, I just don't know how to get into sex work. I don't know how to put myself out there. I don't know what my MP is, my market price. What does a slab of this puss cost? I don't know, but I need to find out. Crunch those numbers. Cut that in half. And there's my profit margin. I'm hoping it's fucking good. But with all of the similarities between restaurant work and sex work, I feel like the smartest move I could possibly make is to go into the one that's less demeaning. Sex work. Man, fucking restaurant work is so demeaning. And I came to that realization when I got into a knockdown, drag-out fight with Linda over her egg temperature. Fuck you, Linda. Linda! You can suck my fucking dick! Fuck. Linda was so mad that her eggs had a little bit of runniness to them. So fucking mad. So when I tell you she was dropping liquid on my face from the perspiration of her forehead, from the pronunciation of her P's, I got spewed. That's how mad she was. At the end of the day, the goal is to what? Make the customer satisfied. I did everything I could. Linda, I love you. I'm so sorry we disagree on eggs. But there's one thing that we can agree on about eggs, is that out of all the eggs in here that we've seen today, Linda, mine are the only one that can still be fertilized. You old fucking witch, enjoy your hash browns. I can't do it, man. I got fucking mad. Oh. How do you like your eggs, Tommy?
I like overeating. Not overeating.
Oh.
And low pressure.
I lost my virginity when I was 23. Would you call that easy?
I wouldn't call it overeating.
Or schmeedy? Fuck. Dating's hard, do we all agree? Yes. I'm 2 for 2 on crazy ex-boyfriends. Thank you. Thank you. I learned from Tinder that I attract 3 different kinds of men in a 50-mile radius. One of them is a professional video gamer, lives at home with his mom in the basement. The other one is about a 400-pound country bumpkin with a big, fucking unruly, untamable pubic beard. That doesn't make these flaps go wild. Just blowing in the fucking wind. The third, my personal favorite, is someone who is actively and currently incarcerated. My cup overflowing. I'm so happy to be single. And 2 out of 3 of those I can make exceptions for, you know. I might be able to fuck you if you live at home with your mom. Just depends on how close her room is to your room, you know. Is she gonna hear me suck your dick? Am I gonna have to make eye contact with her in the morning after I slobbed on your knob? Like, do I long? Check in with me and do your job and make me some fucking breakfast, bitch. I can't do it. Much to my dismay, I am socially awkward, I'm insecure, I'm not that much of an alpha to look your mom dead in the eye as I swallowed her future grandchildren. Dang. I can't do it. I can't fuck you if you live at home with your mom. I might be able to fuck you if you're in jail. Last year, I fucked a homeless guy. Twice. Unbeknownst to me, twice. So I feel like the next step in my personal progression is to fuck someone who's incarcerated. I feel like that's, like, honestly, like, we're a small group of friends here. That would be good for me, right? You guys really care about me. We've really bonded. Who wants to fuck me here tonight? Oh, you fucking groupie. What'd I tell you? One thing I absolutely fucking refuse to make an excuse for is a pubic beard. Moisturize your shit, please. If I take the time to get waxed once a month, you should take the time to rub 2 drops of macaroni in oil. The macaroni oil is falling out of fast. Once the dance is done, drips out, rub a little on your cheeks, and we're good to go. You guys, my name's Allie.
Thank you fucking guys for coming out to the 3rd Talk Your Shit comedy show. The next one will be, the next one will be September 26th, same place. After that, we will be finding a new venue. So I look forward to seeing all of you out here again. Hopefully, you have some new faces next time. And as always, the town is going to be great. Thank you all.